This guy's a trip.
Trip? I think you used the wrong word. I think he's a dick. Jack.
Start asking him all of the questions.
All of the
Got a lot of time
like my
with him.
favorite style of gaming, top down. Let's do this.
Got a lot of time with this guy.
How well did you know Kate?
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. But the course, that's about all.
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday. I just popped out to the course and about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Since we've established that she was drunk most of the time.
Thank you for repeating old facts.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
You're better. Wow, I never thought I'd say this, but you are less helpful than James.
Did you know anything about Simon Thompson's bike?
No.
Seriously. Wow, he is.
I don't think we'll be taking as much time as we thought on this guy.
Oh wow, this is gonna be.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
So we have a problem with Simon, I see.
Okay, man.
I mean, I don't think you know how beer is brewed. I don't think you really use your fingers.
Wait, we ask him about the pendant? Like, everyone else, we couldn't ask about this, but we could ask about the card.
Screw it, just do it.
Have you seen this before?
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
This guy does not like us.
Well, yeah. Sir?
What do you know about this necklace card?
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Which student?
I've no idea.
It was for Emma.
That would be awkward, though.
Yeah.
Like the dad buys the gift for the girl, and then the girl like screws his son.
Or the girl screws his son, and then the dad's like, "Hey, want to keep it in the family?" Yeah. I think that's where this is going. That's what I'm afraid of. So I'm very afraid.
Cardboard mask.
You're like,
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
What's a monarch mask?
Monarch is a fancy dress. Outfitters. Ryan goes there sometimes.
You could have just said a costume shop.
that's funny because unless the costume shop is where his friend is from, because Ryan said a friend made it for him.
Wait, but didn't like Simon say that it's used? It's like Simon and Rebecca said it's used on the course.
Yeah. Well, so did he.
Saying, no, he didn't. He said that he never seen it before.
No, not.
Ryan said.
Brian
it
said,
was
not his dad.
Well, Ryan said that it's used for the course.
Yeah.
But his dad also teaches the course.
Well, he just said that he.
Yeah, he said at the beginning he's not that involved anymore.
He just like comes in every once in a while.
Well, yeah. So you think that the mask is like a new method, or have they always used the masks and stuff?
It's
don't know.
until we get more information. I think it could be a contradiction. You know.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about
That
an
was a
argument in the
really
pub?
quick
Sure.
accent answer. I can speak.
Super concise.
Quick accent. I was going to say the same damn thing. It's like immediately, like as soon as he finished his sentence. Were you at the pub last Friday? I was not at the pub last Friday.
Like rehearsing.
Could you tell
Jeopardy
me a bit
answers.
about this?
Had it designed by an agency
And when was that?
last year.
Is that when you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
I suppose so.
But we know that's a lie.
Yeah, we know that's a lie immediately.
Alright, so
Photo frames and paint.
I keep like losing track of where I am.
It's okay.
There's a
Have
lot
you
of
ever
things.
seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a scrying mirror?
So you have no
emphasizing that.
interest at all in this sort of thing?
No,
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
not at all. Strange question.
Strange man.
Alright. Liam, what do you know about this guy? He
Liam.
died last year.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam, who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh,
You're answering that question that way.
as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
You were there when he died.
Yeah.
And afterwards? You didn't see him after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
Very quick about answering.
Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of that, he seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk.
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
Lots of similarities to Kate, don't you think? Drinking, depression, is that normal for the students?
People come into the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked, sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
Okay.
So, wait, he was drinking all night? Didn't Ryan say that there was like no, like drugs?
Yeah.
And drinking at
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can we get this guy to say that? Okay, wait.
Yeah. Here we go. We got
Yes,
into
mint.
Pocket
magic
Chinese.
Know what this is by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know. I presume you've met Rebecca.
Yes,
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior.
Wonder where she gets that from.
Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well,
Someone's better.
She isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Ryan. Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
You're
Oh,
weird.
That's a creepy thing to say.
That like just watching the moment where his smile just started slowly.
Like into like a realization of truth. Like, yes, I have revealed myself as the puppet master.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Sorry. I told you now.
This guy's seedy.
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum, or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Oh, well, if someone had, they would have done it openly. We don't allow drugs or alcohol in our course. We like to tell
there we
students
go.
that success
Got him to
is the
say it.
best drug. Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Got
Well,
him.
we got you, buddy. But we also have to ask about.
I got that ass.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute,
Which is
really.
not what Simon said.
Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
Oh, it's usually a fine.
Alright. What about defiling public liberty? Does that carry a fine too?
Oddly enough, the student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it. I abide by it. We all play by the book, Inspector, but that's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
That's literally the definition of law. Otherwise, there would be no. Oh, okay.
This guy.
Okay, yeah, I don't care. He's going to jail. I don't care if he did it. He's going to jail.
Just send him to jail for being a
Just
creep.
send him- and just accidentally tell some of the inmates he's a pedophile. I just want to see him get an ass whooping. Like, seriously.
Can you tell me a little about the Atlas phrase, free to be free?
It's dumb.
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
Oh,
It's a
man.
little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
Conjured up.
What is your objective, if you don't mind me asking?
Mine, or do you mean the course's objective?
Aren't
on the
they one?
course.
Aren't they one and the same?
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage.
Why would you want to
We
do
teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs, all that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in an abattoir. Guilt comes from the archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our animal ancestry, that's all. In business, you heed it at your peril. I'm sorry, Inspector, my house appears to be haunted. Would you mind closing the door?
He's gonna be stabbed.
Okay.
So, you believe that guilt has no place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs, Inspector, but that's one of them.
And what if you have done something wrong?
Well, that's the whole point. Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
That was the death stare.
Yeah. So,
Right.
now I need to ask about Third Eye Flyer.
Yeah.
Then we're
that's-
done.
And that's it.
Then we can get his contradiction.
Yeah, and then we can
What
get
do you
this
know
guy.
about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you? James, our local minister for propaganda. I suppose Ryan already told you all about our actual previous incarnation.
He explained, yes.
Did he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Well, these things happen.
Was it your
You
idea?
say that with a
The
smile.
suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And third eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years.
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they had fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies, are you?
Well, no, because, they didn't drown in, fry oil.
Alright, so alcohol and drugs not allowed.
Drinking
and
all night,
he's
savage.
Drinking all night.
Ooh, guess what, sir?
I've been waiting so long for this.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him, but didn't work.
Oh,
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector. We're not
Absolutely
police
could
who
throw him
can't
out. What are
enforce
you
the
talking
rules.
about?
If they pay their fees, they're entitled to stay on the course.
unless
And
you,
what if
Unless
they
they
want
break your
drugs?
rules.
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
Do you store any alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs in there or alcohol.
Whether I find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
Okay.
new place.
That's all for the moment.
Oh,
Thank you.
I like talking to this guy.
That defeated look on his face, like balls.
I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh, at Atlas.